Okay, that was comical. Fleeing Overlord, or Fleeing Overseer drops changelings before it dies. It's like the, oh crap, run away, die. Two Marines will harass this mineral, and I'm not entirely sure where they came from. Oh, never mind, that was the fourth, not the main. And the Thors will now cross the map again. The creep has gotten past the midway point, so that's good for Sue. That's like the one thing that's going in his favor as he takes his 6th. So actually, things are starting to move back in favor for Sue. He's still miserably behind on gas for where he would like to be. Flash actually has a gas bank. Not a very large one, but his gas has exceeded his minerals, so by that point, it's definitely, that's where you would consider it a gas bank. Other than being like over 1,500 gas. Those are the two ways that you can say there's a gas bank, I feel. Because you need minerals in order to spend gas, but you don't need gas in order to spend minerals, necessarily. For most things, of course. Actually, I can't think of anything that only takes gas and not at least 50 or 25 minerals. Do you know of any?
No, I don't. Interesting.
Because like an observer takes 75 gas and 25 minerals. An infestor is 200 gas, 50 minerals.
Well, it's the question of what would really just be made out of gas.
Of course. An Archon! I mean, it is just a ball of psionic energy, right?
Yeah. Even if it's just a manifestation of energy, maybe gas would work better.
Which, I mean, an Archon is... that varies depending on how you built your Archon, but still, that's usually gonna be 100 minerals, 400 gas.
Yeah.
Nice micro on these Thors, really doing a good job of keeping it alive and annoying the Mutalisk. He should probably get out of this though, because there's not much else he can do. And Sue is going to I mean, he's clawing himself back into this game after losing that 4th. I mean, he's doing a very good job of it. I'm not really sure who's in the lead anymore though, because I can't see the darn supply. But, yeah. Concussive shell kills a baneling. And Flash has pushed back some of the creep, at least at that was in the middle of the map. There's still creep past the halfway point on the top hand side, but it's not like there's been a whole lot of action over there, so, you know. they're happy to ignore that side of the map. They've signed a gentleman's agreement, and we'll see if Japan will bomb Pearl Harbor next.
Oh dear.
Yes, I have just made my history references for the day.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the gentleman's agreement was signed between the U.S. and Japan. I want to say 1907, and then what sort of ended the gentleman's agreement, as it were, was the bombing of Pearl Harbor. I mean, technically that intensified the gentleman's agreement, in that the gentleman's agreement prohibited Japanese immigration to America, but it's also what the bombing of Pearl Harbor also, like, is why that sort of, with the end of World War II and the civil rights progression off of that, a lot of the anti-Asian type of ruling, like the gentleman's agreement, was slowly undone. So it kind of spells the end in another sense, despite it being increased tension between America and Japan. Anyways, this story is gonna start shelling away at these mutalisks, and more Lings are gonna run across the map, but they will be greeted by blue flame hellbats and change their mind and go home. I'm really curious at... oh, never mind. Question answered. I'm like, why hasn't he attacked the fourth of the Terran? Planetary Fortress. Like, he definitely knows it's there. He saw it when it was building, but... yeah. Planetary Fortress. Which, I mean, he would expect to be at the fourth. Flash is feeling the pressure and is going to move his third, or his main, to the 5th base location. These banelings will see it and then pay for it, their information, dearly, by taking no one down with them. Oh man. A baneling always pays with its life. It's just, it's hoping it will get some compensation in whoever it can drag with it.
Banelings, the Zerg unit that broke utilitarianism.
But isn't that so funny? A baneling can be cost efficient.
Oh?
Yes, if it takes out more than it is worth.
What is this, Iranian economics?
Yeah, you'd think so, right? I mean, what does it cost to build a baneling? 75 minerals and 75 gas? From, like, you count the Zergling and the... wait, no, it's 50 minerals and 50 gas. Wait. Is that right? I think so. Ah! I shouldn't do math on stream. Anyways, the point is, banelings are fairly cheap. So, as long as they take out more than whatever they're worth, it's being cost efficient. Say what now? Well, it looks like we're gonna have another long-ish TVZ.
Yes, it seems so.
We've sort of reached that stage, though, that the game could end at any point. But, looks like Sue's gonna go for another engagement. There is a Thor in the mix. Good number of Marauders and Hellbats in the front to soak up as much Baneling damage as possible first. So that the Mutalisks don't just overrun the place with no Marines being present. And Sue is going to be forced to retreat as he has no more ground army. There's a pair of missile turrets over at the what is this, 5th of Flash? Man, 5th of Flash, Ides of March, everything's turning into
Possessive genitive pairs.
What was that?
Possessive genitive pairs.
There we go. I'm like, what is the proper term for this? I'm not remembering. Whatever. That is really nerdy of us.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, Flash is gonna push up the middle again. I feel like I've just been saying the same thing over and over again. Sue attacks the 3rd. Flash pushes up the middle. Sue attacks the 4th. Flash pushes up the middle. Or he hasn't attacked the 4th. He attacked the 5th earlier. But you get my point.
Yes.
Twee and twa all day. These Banelings are going to be forced to cancel, aside from those last two that do manage to roll away and explode another day. More Banelings will morph from the other side, and will hope to flank. Banelings are also going to be morphed on the high ground, from which they can go either direction. Mutas are going to try and contain the aggression a little bit, but they can't overextend as there is a Thor on the low ground. The medevacs are going to keep ferrying stuff up this ramp, or up this cliff rather. Some Spielings are going to run into the 5th rather, but there are Blue Fang Hellions, or Hellbats. Not enough, and these SCVs that are all in the red are going to have to run away, because when they're red, a single Baneling will kill all of them. And that will be a cost-efficient Baneling. Or would be.